Hello everyone, my name is Michelle. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. Welcome to my second channel, Michelle Walks, if you've come over from Michelle After Dark and you're a new subscriber. In this video, we're going to be talking about this little man, cute as a button, who's been missing since Wednesday around 6 AM. His name is Quinton Simon and he's just 20 months old. He was last seen by Daniel Youngkin, who is Quinton's mother's boyfriend. Quinton's mother is called Leilani Simon. She calls herself Leilani Youngkin on social media. Daniel Youngkin said that at 6 AM he saw Quinton in his playpen. Okay, so if Quinton was in a playpen, how did he get out of the house? There's some bizarre details in this case, and I'm really going to be deep diving into it. I'm sure there's foul play involved in this little boy's disappearance. 30 minutes before 6 AM, about 5:29 AM, the daily babysitter was texted and told she wasn't needed that day. In an interview with the news channel WSAV, the babysitter Diana MacArthur said that she's been taking care of Quinton and his brother for around 6 months. She watched the children daily, even though the mother isn't working. And she's quoted by saying, "I got a text this morning saying they would not be here, which is kind of odd because I have them even when she doesn't work. And then I got a text at 9 AM saying, 'Have I seen Quinton?' Immediately I go to their house. I try to help them look. They didn't want that. So I've just been waiting around like everyone else." So Daniel Youngkin says he last saw Quinton at 6 AM. But it's only at 9 AM that Leilani, Quinton's mother, realised he was missing. It seems to be the consensus that people think she was in bed and she got up at 9 AM. So where did Daniel Youngkin go at 6 AM? Some sources say he went to work, but then others say, no, he just went out. Others still say he went back to bed. In my opinion, this is not a case where a little 20-month-old baby just wandered off. How did he get out of the pen he was in or the crib he was in, open the front door and shut the front door behind him at 20 months old? Now, people in the neighbourhood have said that they have seen him wandering around, and there's been a massive search of the local area, which has now essentially been called off, and he's only been missing since Wednesday, the 5th of October. But I think law enforcement and the searchers realise that this is going to be a fruitless task, because how far can a 20-month-old baby get? You know, without someone taking him somewhere, how far can he get of his own volition? Wouldn't he just be wandering around the neighbourhood lost? Quinton's grandmother, Billy, was given custody of Quinton and his brother Zane when Quinton was 5 months old, due to Leilani's substance abuse. Quinton's grandparents, Billy and Thomas Howell, said she hasn't always done the right thing. Sometimes she does really great, sometimes she doesn't. I don't know what to think right now. I don't know what to believe, because I don't think anybody ever believed this is going to happen to them. I don't know if I can trust her. I just know I'm hurting and I want this baby home. He's my baby. You see, on the 5th of October, Billy was away working. She was at a state working. And she would have assumed that the babysitter was going to be looking after Quinton and Zane, because the mother can't be trusted. The grandparents are now pushing for answers. Billy says she just wants him back home. She's absolutely heartbroken. Heartbroken. Leilani got pregnant to Daniel, and they had a little girl a few months ago. So she's got Quinton and Zane, the two boys, who have a different father, and then a little girl who's a little baby, who is Daniel's biological child. They've been living with Quinton's grandparents. It's the grandparents' house that you're seeing on the news footage. And Billy keeps the daily babysitter to look after the boys when she's working. Now, if she trusted her daughter to look after her children, her own children, then she would not need a daily babysitter. But she employs this babysitter because the mother cannot be trusted. The mother doesn't have custody of these children for good reason, even though she's living in the same house. But recently, Billy has tried to evict Leilani and Daniel because the situation at home has become strained and they're just impossible to live with. She doesn't want to evict the children. She's got custody of the children. She wants to evict Leilani and Daniel. But as of the 5th of October, they were still living there. As I said, Daniel Youngkin claims that he last saw Quinton at 6 AM in his playpen. So he just left Quinton there. Now, if Quinton was happily playing and his mother, Leilani, was in the house, presumably if Quinton started crying or fussing, Leilani would have got up to see to him. But when she got up, Quinton was nowhere to be seen. So she actually only called 911 about 9:40. She'd already contacted the babysitter to see if she had Quinton. And of course she didn't, because she'd been told that she wasn't needed that day. So who texted the babysitter at 5:30? Was it Daniel? Was it Leilani? At 5:30, had something happened to Quinton overnight and they've covered it up? Is everything they're saying about Daniel seeing him at 6 AM and Leilani getting up and he wasn't there, is all that just a lie? At this stage, we don't know. But if she got up at 9 AM as is being claimed, why did it take her till 9:40 to ring the authorities? Disturbingly, allegedly, it was trash day in that area. And there's been searches of trash bins, the landfill. It just doesn't bear thinking about. All we know at this stage is that a child of 20 months old would not be able to get out of his playpen. And if he did, if he climbed over, how did he get out of the front door and close it behind him? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It really does not make sense. So I'm going to be following this case very closely. I believe that there's some foul play involved. Law enforcement have said at this moment in time they don't have anything. They don't have anything as to what's happened to Quinton. We have to get some answers for this little boy, some justice for this little boy if the worst has happened. And the only two people at the moment, in my opinion, that are responsible for this, could be responsible for this, are his mother Leilani and her boyfriend Daniel. So watch this space. As I said, I'll be covering this case very closely. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I've been Michelle, hope you're well. See you in the next video. Goodbye from Miss Tillington and Miss Cassie Springer. Bye guys.